Buenos dias, maayong buntag, Zamboanga Peninsula. Welcome sa Kapihan sa Bagong Pilipinas. Hatid ng Presidential Communications Office and Philippine Information Agency. Ang programang ito ay para sa iba't ibang mga ahensya ng gobyerno upang mailahad ang kanilang mga programa at proyekto sa taong bayan. And ngayon po sa ating pinakabagong episode po at latest episode natin sa ating Kapihan sa Bagong Pilipinas ay makakasama natin from Department of Information and Communications Technology Region 9 and Basulta area. Pero bago po ang lahat, inaanyayahan po namin po ang ating mga manonood na manood po ng aming live stream via PIA Western Mindanao. And of course, nakahook up din tayo sa Radio Pilipinas. And we would like to encourage everyone to ask your questions po sa ating comment box sa ating live stream. And welcome muli sa ating mga media partners all over Zamboanga Peninsula, from Isabela City, from Zamboanga Sibugay, from Zamboanga del Norte and Zamboanga del Sur, and of course from Zamboanga City na kasama natin ngayon sa ating venue. And with that, hindi na po natin patatagalin pa. We would like to introduce our guest for today's episode. First, let's welcome po the Chief of Technical Operations Division ng DICT Region 9 and Basulta. We have Engineer Jacob Mohamad.
Thank you very much. To our friends in media, to our partners, and of course, Philippine Information Agency, led by Regional Director Naomi Edaga. Assalamu alaikum, good morning, and magandang umaga po sa ating lahat.
Thank you po. Welcome po muli. And of course, let's welcome din ang Regional Director po. We have Director Cheryl Ortega.
Likewise, my felicitations to everybody, especially to our friends and partners in the media, and of course from the PIA Region 9 under the leadership of Regional Director Naomi Edaga. Isang mapagpalang umaga po sa ating lahat. Greetings from the Department of Information and Communications Technology. You know, the DICT as the primary government agency is taking the lead in the creation of a more connected, secure, and inclusive digital future in line with the President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.'s push for digitalization in the country. And you know for a fact, he has been espousing this every time he delivers his State of the Nation address. So there's a particular focus in our journey towards digitalization. And since the inception of DICT, we've made significant strides in driving digital transformation across the country. We are laying the groundwork for our vision of a bayang digital, ang Bagong Pilipinas. And allow us to take you through the shared vision of the DICT, especially in our area of jurisdiction for Region 9, Basilan, Sulu, and Tawi-Tawi.
The DICT R9 Basulta serves the Zamboanga Peninsula region and the island provinces of Basilan, Sulu, and Tawi-Tawi. It is guided by its mission to be a DICT of the people and for the people, to advance the ICT agenda for inclusive development through the following core programs. Under the Free Public Internet Access Program, 819 free Wi-Fi sites were established in the region, with the goal of making internet access available to all, connecting remote communities and geographically isolated and disadvantaged areas. Meanwhile, 170 government agencies are connected in the expanded Zamboanga City Government Network Project, an initiative which aims to provide high-speed internet to government agencies, offices, schools, and hospitals. A total of 396 Tech4Ed centers and 14 digital transformation centers serve as information hubs across the region, where residents can learn digital skills that can help them maximize available ICT opportunities. Further supplementing learning opportunities available in the Tech4Ed centers and the digital transformation centers are the rollout of digital capacity building courses, such as the Strengthening the Philippine Workforce through Adaptive and Responsive Digital Knowledge, or the SPARK program, which focuses on enabling a workforce equipped for the digital landscape of freelancing and entrepreneurship. Cybersecurity awareness and data privacy initiatives are conducted hand-in-hand with digital literacy in line with the need to establish a safe environment for all Filipinos. Digital parenting sessions are also conducted with different stakeholders. The conduct of cybersecurity-focused competitions such as the Hack for Gov and Cyber Range exercise serve to encourage students and professionals to pursue cybersecurity careers and thereby strengthen the cybersecurity posture of the region. Convergence initiatives such as the IBPAP Roadshow were held to bring together government, industry leaders, and champions. Enhanced institutional development or in-depth workshops aim to improve a locality's digital landscape by strengthening local ICT councils, while Digital Innovation for Women Advancement or DIWA sessions highlight the importance of women's voice in ICT. The Regional ICT Summit and Exhibitions is a regional gathering where industry leaders, stakeholders, and local ICT champions meet to explore IT BPM and ICT-enabled opportunities. Our record high 54 applications from student-led startups for the Philippine Startup Challenge indicate the growing enthusiasm and appreciation for entrepreneurship and innovation. The Digital Careers Exposition provides students a bird's eye view of possible careers in IT as part of the DICT's thrusts for countryside development through ICT. Through the ELGU IBPS, business licensing has been streamlined for local government units in the region, helping local businesses grow with less red tape and quicker processing. Through roadshows and orientations, the DICT hopes to promote the use of ELGU and e-governance systems, including its eGovPH app, in line with its efforts to establish and sustain a gobyernong epektibo in the nation. The DICT's PNPKI, or the Philippine National Public Key Infrastructure, is a vital service that facilitates secure electronic communications and transactions, particularly for government agencies through the use of digital certificates. Orientation and users training are continually rolled out to ramp up utilization of the PKI in government agencies and organizations for seamless and secure transactions. This year, the DICT's Mobile Operations Vehicles for Emergencies was deployed for the Zamboanga Peninsula region, with a back-to-back information caravan and communications exercise to help emergency responders understand the functions and operations of the DICT's move. As the lead agency for the Emergency Telecommunications Cluster, the DICT drafted the Regional Emergency Communications Plan, which was approved by the ETC-9 cluster this year. Sakol Island is the pilot Smart Village Smart Island, or SVSI, in the country, a digital transformation initiative of the International Telecommunications Union and the DICT, by increasing last-mile access and making sure that digital solutions reach the people. Through the SVSI, free Wi-Fi and telemedicine services have made their way to Sakol Island. A Dito Telco Tower was also established, greatly boosting connectivity in the area. The SVSI is a multi-stakeholder, cross-sectoral solution that leverages ICT to impact people's lives. The success of Sakol Island has led to the replication of the SVSI in newly launched sites across the Zamboanga Peninsula and Basulta regions. The regional office is known for its culture of innovation and its legacy of organizational excellence. It is the first DICT regional office to attain the Prime HRM Bronze Award Maturity Level 2 and the first DICT regional office to be ISO certified. It is a 4-peat champion and winner at the prestigious World Summit on the Information Society Prizes for various ICT-driven programs and projects. These are the accomplishments of DICT R9 Basulta, and we share this with everyone as an affirmation of our collective endeavor to bridge digital divides. Moving forward, we will continue to push boundaries and to strive for excellence in public service towards making Bayang Digital, ang Bagong Pilipinas, a reality for all.
So essentially, those are the major highlights of our 2024 accomplishment. And moving forward, the DICT-9 and Basulta will ensure the progressive implementation of all its programs and projects to sustain and maintain what has been established and to expand to reach out to more in a bid to really bring to the ground the promise of ICT, ang Bayang Digital. Likewise, as I had espoused earlier, we stand resolute on the importance of partnerships. It is crucial for the government and all stakeholders, including our friends and partners in the media, to believe in the transformative potential of ICT. digital transformation is a shared mission between government and all stakeholders to foster an enabling environment that will allow people, communities, and technologies to flourish towards a bayan digital. Muchísimas gracias.
Thank you very much po, Director Ortega, for presenting to us yung ating accomplishment report from your department, from your office. I believe marami po tayong mga nakuhang important or mga idea on what the ICT is doing here in our region. And now, we will proceed with our question and answer, and we will be receiving questions po from our media partners all over Zamboanga Peninsula. And I will start reading po muna yung ating mga online questions or ating mga media po watching online, and then we will proceed with our partners here po in Zamboanga City. So we have a question first po from Basilan or Isabela City. While the installation of free Wi-Fi in Basilan is a significant step towards improving connectivity, many residents have reported issues with unreliable connections and weak signals. What specific plans does the department have in place to address these connectivity challenges, and how do you intend to assess and improve the overall reliability of the service in the province? Anyone po?
Okay, for one, through our national broadband program, we are doing, there are quite some initiatives on the pipeline. And the NBP plan is set to be rolled out in Zamboanga Peninsula in 2026. And this will significantly enhance internet bandwidth. In fact, we are already coordinating with some local service providers, like for example, in trying to establish more towers that will allow us to connect and strengthen the connectivity connection from Zamboanga to Basilan, Sulu, and Tawi-Tawi. This will declog the traffic so that the quality of internet connectivity and speed would be enhanced. And the proposed initiatives will particularly focus, as I've said, in Basulta.
Any addition po?
Yeah, hello. Just to add doon sa sinabi ni Director, no? Sa ngayon, we are implementing yung mga Starlink just to provide internet connectivity diyan sa island ng Basilan. But then eventually meron tayong program sa NBP, and hopefully this will be realized hopefully by next year. Makapag-start na tayo mag-implement, and magamit na ito ng mga we can relay much more higher bandwidth papuntang island ng Basilan.
May follow-up po tayo still from Isabela City, Basilan. Given the ongoing concerns po about poor signal quality despite the availability of free Wi-Fi in Basilan, can you share any timelines or strategies for potential upgrades to the infrastructure? Are there any collaborations with the local internet service providers or technology partners being considered to enhance connectivity in underserved areas?
Yeah, for one, we are mandated to really put in place free Wi-Fi year after year, year after year. So it's a continuing thing. And for sure, Basilan is included. And aside from that, we're also, we're coordinating with the local service provider, because we do believe in partnership, that we have to get involved, our partners, because we cannot do this alone. And as I mentioned earlier in the previous question, we are indeed coordinating with the local service providers, particularly in the setting up of their towers. It's either they build their towers, we lease the towers, or ourselves will also build alongside with our stakeholders, all together build the towers, so that hands-on, we can strengthen and facilitate the connectivity from our main POP in Zamboanga all the way to Basilan, and even up to Sulu and Tawi-Tawi. And aside from that, even from our own initiatives, we have our own equipment. And for example, and Jaco can piggyback on that or dovetail on that, we will be establishing our own radios and antennas to connect Zamboanga to Lamitan also.
Thank you po. Next question will be from Zamboanga del Norte. Actually, related lang po yung question sila. This is also connected to the connectivity po, no, internet access po sa ating mga areas. So for Zamboanga del Norte, ang concern po nila is areas that have yet to have stable access to internet due to poor network, especially in Triple SB. What are the interventions po that we have done so far regarding these concerns? And in terms of ICT assistance to GIDA areas, do we have data on programs implemented on this, and how are we sustaining such?
As to the details, I defer to Jacob on this, as to how far we have gone to the geographically isolated disadvantaged areas in this triple SB, no?
Thank you very much for that. No, for Triple SB, Siocon, Sibuku, Sirawai, Baligian. So far, we have implemented yung sa pre-Wi-Fi project, no, with 3 APs per municipality. Considering that we can just do so much, no, kasi konti lang din yung budget na download sa atin. But again, no, we're trying our best to really complement, no, kung ano yung ginagawa ng mga private sectors na nagbibigay tayo ng pre-Wi-Fi. We have 1 in Baligian, 3 in Sibuku, 3 in Sirawai, and of course, meron din tayong 7 in Siocon. Yun po. And aside from that, meron din tayong mga tech-parent centers, no? Doon in these localities, no, we have in Sirawai Tech-Parent Center, we have Kawit National High School Tech-Parent Centers, Alamudja National High School Tech-Parent Center in Baligian, and also Siocon Tech-Parent Centers, no. Although we have yet to improve some of these tech-parent centers.
Thank you po, Sir Jacob. Follow-up po, still from Zamboanga del Norte. In the whole pie of the ICT budget allocated to the ICT this year, which program takes a big chunk?
Particularly, it would be the free Wi-Fi because there's an enabling law for that. And among the provisions of the law is the provision of the budget. While this is distributed among the different regions, but that takes the lion's share of all the different programs and projects that the ICT is implementing.
Okay. So another po follow-up, last na po from Zamboanga del Norte. What proposals po do you have that we can anticipate for the year 2025 to 2026 that the communities can benefit from? Do we have new innovations on ICT to look forward to?
Going back to our earlier answer, that we're trying to put in place a better, a stronger infrastructure connecting Zamboanga, Basilan, Sulu, and Tawi-Tawi. Talks are in the offing, arrangements are being made among our regional office, the central office, and even some of our partners from the private sector, to include even the USAID Beacon. So this is one initiative that will, if it will come into fruition by next year, then that would significantly improve the connectivity in these targeted island provinces.
Just to add, no, meron din tayong new program na tinatawag na Smart Village, Smart Islands, no. We have also identified municipalities or barangays in these areas to be as Smart Village, Smart Islands. So yung natin, yung ating mga programa ay nakafocus doon sa mga islands na yon or sa mga Smart Village, Smart Islands na yon. Like for example, we have in Zamboanga del Norte, Zamboanga del Sur. I think in all provinces in Region 9 and Basulta, meron po tayong mga Smart Village. We're introducing Smart Village, Smart Islands. Just like yung nakita nyo kanina doon sa ABP, yung sa Sakol na ginawa natin. We're also doing that in these different islands.
Thank you po.
Yeah, if I may add to that, the SBSI initiative or the Smart Village, Smart Island initiative had Sakol Island as the pilot site. And this is in coordination with the International Telecommunications Union. And banking on the success of the Sakol Island as an SBSI, which is actually parang it's a whole of nation approach, a bayanihan approach where DICT, key government agencies, the private sector have convened and contributed to transforming that GIDA island obstacle into a smart one. So the DICT has committed to explore and expand this SBSI. And for our region in particular, while we were just asked to commit 3 SBSIs in addition to SACOL, we have committed to establish at least 1 in each province. But in some provinces where we see the need and the impact of the establishment of such, we even had more than 1.
Thank you very much po for sharing that with us. Next question naman po is from Zamboanga del Sur. What is the target speed and reliability of the free Wi-Fi services installed in Zamboanga del Sur and how it is maintained?
Okay, well, it's a good question, no. Sa ngayon kasi we're using the Starlink technology to implement, especially dun sa mga GIDA areas in Zamboanga del Sur. But we are also considering yung the use of the facilities of the telcos. Actually, different technologies ang ginamit natin. We use the facilities of telcos, which provides at least yung 10 Mbps. No? Pero ano to siya, CIR, meaning to say, committed information rate. Meaning to say, hindi siya bababa doon sa 10 Mbps. But for low orbit satellites like Starlink, nasa ano siya, ranging from 50 Mbps to 100 Mbps or even 200 Mbps po yung binibigay ni Starlink.
Follow up po to that, Engineer, are there mechanisms po to address connectivity issues such as repairs or technical support?
Well, ito naman ay managed internet service, no? Nakaano kami sa mga contractor namin, service provider. Tapos we are monitoring these sites, no? Pag in the event na may mga technical issues na monitor namin, nire-report namin kaagad sa aming mga service provider. And meron kaming tinatawag na SLA, okay? Dapat ma-repair nito kaagad, no? Within few hours or within few days.
Thank you po. Next po, what cybersecurity protocols are implemented to protect users' data while using the free Wi-Fi service?
Okay. Well, eto no, while we are implementing itong mga free Wi-Fi, considering na marami din gumagamit ng mga internet ngayon, so and then nandiyan din naglipana yung mga scammers, yung mga hackers. So in our case, no, doon sa server side namin, we implement yung tinatawag na filtering of yung mga sites, and then we also implemented yung mga firewalls. So ito ay ano lang, no, from the infrastructure level, but pagdating sa user level, kailangan din nilang maging vigilant, no? They have to be vigilant. Lalo na ngayon, napakauso yung mga phishing. Hindi natin makontrol yan, no? So dapat, sabi nga nila, yung pinaka-vulnerable na attack is yung human, no? Kaya they are using social engineering. Ibig sabihin, gumagamit sila ng mga social media, gumagamit sila ng emails to attack users. So ang nangyayari, well, kami, we can protect, no, our facilities by implementing itong mga gadgets na to. But pagdating sa user, what we can do is, tawag nito, promote awareness and trainings. And siguro naman, yung sa ating mga users, dapat din sila maging vigilant. Hindi lang yung like mag-click, especially if it is not, hindi nila kilala kung sino yung nag-send sa kanila.
Thank you po. Actually, the next question is from Zamboanga Sibugay. Related po dyan sa inyong sinagot po on scams, no? Sa ating mga cybersecurity threats. So ito yung kanyang question din na how does the DICT collaborate with telecommunication companies, law enforcement po, and other stakeholders to address po ito nga ang ating mga cybersecurity threats?
Okay. Sandali lang Meron pong ginagawa yung ating ahensya, no, in coordinating with the telcos para mabawasan itong mga phishings and scams, no. Una-una, kung makikita maano nyo ngayon, mapapansin niyo, some telcos are now using yung multi-factor authentication. Pag halimbawa, pag nagpapalit kayo ng mga passwords, di ba? Dapat may iba pang email, tapos may sinisend silang information doon for you to confirm na ikaw nga yung nagpapalit ng password, or even text you, no? To give you some code to do the So these are just some of the initiatives that that DICT is doing, talking to the telcos, making sure that our cyber is safe, no, for everyone.
In addition to that, no, NTC as one of the attached agencies of the ICT had been collaborating with the telcos to ensure na magkaroon ng mga media blast to inform our subscribers to be vigilant and to be cautious. Not just to click any link that is sent to their emails or text messages, but for them to think before they click, and also, even in the emails, to be more vigilant and cautious, verify before you trust. Parang ganon.
Thank you po. Have you seen impact po ba sa ating SIM registration program po? Ano po yung contribution ng DICT din po on that sa ating SIM registration para po maiwasan nga yung ating yung pag-enforce po ng pag-iwas ng scams po?
Yeah, with the SIM card registration, it aims to actually put attribution to the ownership of the SIM card, which is recorded in the database. So more or less, this is a deterrent, no, for whoever is the owner is to use it in a malicious way. Although somehow, meron pa ring mga scammers or yung mga kasamahan natin, o not kasamahan, may mga tao dyan who still would have that malicious intent. And sometimes, it has been reported to the DICT that itong mga scammers na to pala, kasi makikita mo yung mga scams nila, the question will still linger on our mind. Bakit registered na yung SIM, pero meron pa ring mga scammers? So, what's the effect of having our SIM registered? Yung pala, there are these people who will go around, go to the SIM owners, provide a higher pay for the SIM cards. And taking that SIM card, unknowingly, yung nagbenta naman, hindi nila alam na yung identity nila is compromised kasi yun yung ginagamit sa pagpapadala ng SIM. So, we enjoin all the SIM card owners, particularly who are those vulnerable ones who might succumb to the temptation of selling their duly registered SIM cards for a higher price, to be more vigilant and cautious.
Actually, thank you po for informing that to us kasi that's one of the techniques pala ngayon ng ating mga scammers, no, para makapag-victimize sila ng ating mga residents, mga vulnerable residents. Thank you po, RD, for sharing that. Next question po is from Sir Jung Francisco of Mindanao News. Actually, nasagot na po natin yung regarding the concern on digital divide po, no, sa ating mga underserved communities. Next question po niya is, how is DICT-9 promoting the adoption of emerging technologies po like artificial intelligence, blockchain, or other innovative solutions to drive regional development?
Yeah, we do have a special program under our training arm in the DICT where emerging technologies are being espoused. We do free trainings and even scholarships on artificial intelligence, blockchain, Internet of Things. We even partner with Google para magkaroon rin ng mga certification trainings on these emerging technologies. So having said that, we encourage everybody to visit our website and see to it what are the different programs and services that we have for you for the grab. Nandyan lang po yun at libre po ang mga ito.
Thank you very much po. Now, we will proceed with the questions po from our media partners here in Zamboanga City. Nakasama natin ngayon sa ating venue. So, let's first call Ms. Sarah. We have Ms. Sarah Tulabing of the XAS.
Good morning po, ma'am and sir. Sa darating po na election, ano po yung preparation meron ang DICT?
For one, in fact, even at the regional level, we're already providing training sa mga personnel ng COMELEC, particularly on the public key infrastructure, where after the training, they will be provided with their own digital signature, which will be used in their emails or in the data exchange. Kasi talagang magkakaroon ng exchange ng data of the different voters and the votes. So with the incorporation of this public key infrastructure or digital signature, it would be ensured that what would be transmitted are true and correct.
Para mas maintindihan lang po ng public at ma-explain namin, ano po ba yung mga possibilities na, mga challenges na pwedeng mangyari na under po sa DICT during election. At syempre, ayaw natin na mangyari po yun para mas mapaliwanag lang po namin.
I have not been on the ground, sina Jacob nandyan, pero I have heard, for example, syempre yung mga SD cards natin or yung mga USBs kung saan nakastore yung mga data, tapos for the transmission, minsan nagkakaroon ng technical problem. So DICT would be deployed in the different locations to assist para ma-address po kaagad at walang delay na mangyayari sa transmission at masasafeguard rin kung ano yung data nandoon would be still transmitted as is where is. So the ICT would be there to provide the technical assistance. The ICT is also providing our data center for the collocation of the servers and equipment of the key relevant agencies involved in the election. Maybe Jacob can expound, who has been actually on the ground during election where the ICT has been going around to ensure our provision of technical assistance during election.
Tama po yun, RD, no, yung nabanggit nyo kanina that we are providing tech support during elections. Or even actually during at saka yung post, no, nagbibigay tayo ng tech support. And nabanggit na rin ni RD kanina yung mga possible na mga technical problems and nasusolusyonan po yung kaagad. No? Naka-ready po yung ating team to provide tech support in coordination with the COMELEC as well as yung mga supplier ng mga machines.
Pwede pa po last. Okay. Another issue po. Dito po under po Zamboanga, no, ang DICT, ilang porsyento na po ang may magandang internet connection po? And then para pong yung natitira, meaning yun pa yung mga areas na wala pa tayong internet. So ilan na pong lugar o ilang porsyento na po sa Zamboanga ang meron na pong access sa internet?
Okay, doon sa initiative ni DICT, halos lahat po, no, halos 100% po ng provinces and or municipalities and cities ay nabigyan na po ni DICT ng internet connectivity. But if you're asking yung coverage ng mga telcos, hindi po namin masasagot sa ngayon. Perhaps we can get data from the telcos kung ano yung penetration nila. But as far as DICT is concerned, na-penetrate na po natin lahat. Although, sabi ko nga kanina na we can just do so much. Meron po tayong penetration dyan, but kukunti pa lang po. Ano po?
Okay, thank you very much po, Ma'am Sarah. Next po, we have Hard Grace Molenyo of eMedia.
Hello, sir. My question is, how is the DICT addressing cybersecurity risks with fintech platforms like GCash, especially in the light of recent incident?
Yeah, medyo hot issue nga yung GCash, no? Unfortunately, with the current role of the ICT is medyo limited. We don't have parang audit mandate sa mga GCash and other fintech. So what we do is just to do some awareness and advocacy for all concerned na to be vigilant. Huwag basta-basta magpapaniwala sa yung mga true good to be true na click this and you will win or you'll get something. Investigate or verify the veracity. No? Pero insofar as GCash is concerned, it has been reported to the ICT. There is no data breach. Don't worry, safe po yung mga data natin. It's an internal issue on phishing. Ito nga yun, yung mga malicious link para yung mga pera na ta-transfer if you click. So, when you click, nawawala na yung accountability kasi parang binigay mo yung permission mo. Kaya ito talaga, be vigilant, be cautious, think before you click.
What measure are in place to ensure the public trust in digital payment platforms?
Like GCash.
Yung mga digital payment platforms na meron tayo ngayon, ma'am.
Yeah, they do have their own safeguards, firewalls and all, no? Pero sometimes itong mga scammers are also there with their malicious intent. To some extent, baka sabihin pa natin, they may be one step ahead, no? Pero ensure that these fintech are doing their role to safeguard the data and more importantly, that the treasures or the money of the people. Kasi we entrusted our resources to them. They're also duty bound to safeguard that. Pero they assured naman na walang masyadong nangyari and some are even being recovered and they are strengthening their firewall.
Right, thank you po. Next po, we have Ma'am Tess Espartero of TV11.
Yes, good morning ma'am and good morning sir. Yung tanong ko po, malapit na po kasi yung election natin. So ano po yung role ng DICT? Kasi alam natin po, may vote buying yan. So they are using GCash. Paano po natin ma-prevent o ma-detect itong problema na to in case po? Vote buying po. Kasi GCash na yung gagamitin eh. So paano natin ma-detect yung DICT? Paano ma-detect ng DICT? At paano natin ito ma-prevent?
It's really quite challenging unless may magsusumbong talaga, no? Kasi it's just one channel of exchange of cash. In the same manner, in the physical world, pag nagbigay ako sa iyo ng pera, pag hindi mo isinumbong, hindi natin malalaman na may actual vote buying. Nagbago lang yung mechanism. So, it's a person-to-person transaction. It's a trust between these two person kung ano man yung transaction nila unless the other one will say so to discourage this vote buying.
So ibig sabihin po, maghintay lang po ang DICT pag may magreklamo po.
More or less, we can do that. Kasi parang it's a buyer-seller transaction. It's a personal transaction na outside of the ICT. Pero it's something like if because of election, social media was used maliciously, artificial intelligence was used maliciously, then the ICT could come into the picture to warn the people, to warn the public na huwag magpaniwala, do not spread fake news. Na, kasi di ba ngayon, pwede nang gayahin ang boses, pwede nang gayahin yung mukha mo, to such extent na akala mo, yung nagpadala ay siya mismo yung nagpadala, yung pala it was AI generated. Ito talagang very ICT enabled so we can warn the people or the public to be cautious about that.
Talking about AI, syempre po yung COMELEC, sabi nila bawal daw po magamit yung mga kandidato o mga aspirant gamit ang AI kasi pag ano ba yun, mapunggod na yung muka, dapat wag daw talaga iiba yung muka, ma'am, kasi yung kuwan talaga ma'am, liso talaga yung muka. Yung makinis yung muka. So dapat talaga daw ma'am, kung ano yung muka ng aspirant, yun talaga ma'am ilagay sa billboards nila o whatever. So ano pong stand ng DICT dito?
We support COMELEC, and in fact, the resolution passed by COMELEC to that effect is good enough to deter the malicious or the irresponsible use of these technologies.
Dapat po ba ma'am, yung actual talaga, yung mukha nila, kung yun na talaga ma'am, dapat wag gamitin yung AI, no?
Siyempre, kasi malicious nga yun, you're deceiving the people, no? Kaya ka nga nagpapaboto, sell yourself as who you are
Yes,
and your platform.
Opo. Lastly to my end, ma'am, yung NTC natin o National Telecommunication Commission, nagmo-monitor sila ngayon sa mga SIM card dealer, no? Kasi maraming ma'am SIM card ngayon na binibenta, pre-registered na. So sila mismo medyo nahihirapan din. So pag pumasok yung DICT ba, ma'am, madali po ba mahanap kung sino ang gumagawa nito, ma'am, yung pre-registered SIM card?
Unless siguro yung original owner ng SIM card nag-report na hindi siya yung gumagawa ng scam na yun kasi nagamit na yung identity na. So, DICT can provide some intervention support.
Kasi yung reklamo, ma'am, mayroon na tayo sa Region 5, 4, and 7. Medyo rampant na ngayon, ma'am, binibenta yung SIM card, registered na po. So, yung tinatanong nila, sino ang gumagawa niyan, which is alam naman natin sa SIM card Registration Act, dapat kung sino yung bumili ng SIM card na bago, siya ang mag-registered.
Hello. Yun nga ma'am, no? Sad to say that wala tayong control pag nag-register sila tapos binibenta nila yung SIM card nila. What you can do is just to advise to refrain, no? Itong mga taong ito, to refrain from selling their SIM cards kasi magkakaroon ng identity theft yan. So magagamit yung identity nila para gamitin ng ibang tao sa maling bagay, no? So yun po ang ginagawa natin, advocacy and awareness na tawag nito, refrain from selling your SIM cards to others.
Thank you po, Ma'am Tess. Next po, we have Ma'am Melanie Guanzon of RMN.
Good morning po. Ano yung key priorities ng DICT for this upcoming election? And how do you plan to address the most pressing issues facing yung mga voters natin, no?
Well, for one, we support a clean and honest election. And one of the mechanism is the transfer of data. Kaya DICT will provide all means possible in terms of technical assistance, even the use of our facility through the co-location of the servers where data would be stored and transmitted from server to server. At kung magkaroon man ng konting glitches, technical, hindi maiiwasan yan because maybe through the transfer or handling, nagkakaroon ng sira sa mga data storage. So DICT would always be around to rectify the error and safeguard the integrity of the data so that the data as is where it is can still be transmitted as it was collected.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Melanie. Next po, we have Sir Regino De Los Santos of RPN.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning to all of you. So, ma'am, itanong ko lang, bakit tanong ko na yung mga kasamahan ko, ito bang ang Smart TM, Globe, and others, ito ba ay under ng supervision ng DICT?
Yung ano po, not really supervision, but yung they are under under the supervision of the NTC. NTC is one of the touch agency of the DICT po.
So anong ang mandate ng DICT?
Actually, yun po. Si NTC is an attached agency of the DICT. So kasali rin po 'yan sa mandate ng DICT, yung pag-monitor ng ating mga telcos through NTC.
Ito bang kasi nalibutan ko na yung lahat ng dito sa 90th barangay ng Zamboanga City. Lalong-lalo na diyan sa Upper Bungyaw, Barangay Dulian, diyan sa Barangay Baluno. Nahirapan talaga yung mga tao diyan, lalong-lalo na yung kapag may emergency sila, gusto sila magtawag na sa baba wala talaga silang signal. So ang DICT ba, pwede ba tayong magbigay ng tawag ditong opinion sa mga ibang mga telco?
Actually, we've been encouraging yung not only the ICT but as well as yung sa infra committee ni RDC. We're encouraging the telcos to put up towers, no, and transmitters in those areas kasi actually marami pa talagang hindi nako-cover, no. So yun po ang ginagawa natin. We endorse our recommendations sa RDC and we also pag may mga requests from the LCEs, in-escalate natin yan, ini-endorse natin sa central office para sila naman ay magbibigay ng action to task the telcos to establish telecommunication services in those areas. Isa pong masasabi namin, itong nangyari dito sa Sacol before, pag pupunta ka sa Sacol Island, talagang walang signal, not even one, no?
Yeah.
So when we establish Sacol Islands as one of the Smart Village, Smart Islands, naglagay tayo doon ng internet. DICT nag-put up ng internet in some of the areas. And then we also encourage dito to establish. Ngayon, meron na pong dito tower doon sa Sacol Island. Tapos yung coverage nila po medyo malawak. Even yung mga neighboring islands, malakas na po yung signal. So I think similar thing that can be done doon sa Bongyaw.
So sa tingin sir, depende yan sa mga, halimbawa sa mga komunidad, kung mas marami, mas maganda ilagay nila yung ang kanilang tower sa mga telco.
Well, yun talaga, no, ang considerations ng telco, although this is just my opinion, no. Ang consideration ng telco, of course, dapat yung sinasabi nating return of investment.
Yeah.
So kung maraming gumagamit diyan, mas mabilis yung return of investment nila. But meron naman sila mga CSRs, no. Lalo na dun sa mga GIDA, that's part of their isa yan sa mga commitment nila sa government na maglalagay din sila doon sa mga areas na wherein parang corporate responsibility nila.
Okay po, salamat po.
Thank you po, sir. Next po, we have Sir Marco Polo Muta of Brigada News.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, RD. Mayroon lang tayong mga concerns, lalo na po yung mga issue. Dapat pong siguro sagutin ng ating DICT. Una po, paki-confirm po yung issue na nagkakaroon ho ng double owner ang isang SIM card na ito po kaya nagkakaroon ho ng pagnanakaw sa online, lalo na po yung mga online business. At the same time po, paki-confirm ko dahil ito po ba may connection din yung pagre-register ng individual Filipino sa kanilang mga SIM card? Meron ko kaya leakage po yan para magkakaroon po ng issue o itong mga incident sa pagnanakaw po via online na ninilimas po yung mga pera at mga property nila through online, sir o ma'am, lalo na sa bangko?
I cannot confirm yung double ownership. But connecting the dots, baka ito na yung sinasabi natin na nabili yung SIM card. Kaya may original owner, tapos ngayon yung bumili parang secondary owner which is being used maliciously. Ito nga, yung sa mga malicious financial transactions na through the SIM card, lalo na pag connected sa GCash, nakukuha yung pera niya, yung mga ganon.
Including ma'am sa bangko, ma'am?
Kasi kung saan ang pera, nandoon yung malicious intent to get the payment, no? And one of the things to connect is through SIM card, lalo na pag may online banking ka. So kung nakuha yun, nagkakaroon ka ng access if and when that SIM card has a bank account. Kaya yun, talagang ang advocacy namin is to all the SIM card owners that is being used for online transaction, banking transactions, to really be cautious, no? Take care of their SIM card at kung nandoon man sa possession nila at kung may natanggap silang mga text messages or emails alleging that they won or pinapa-verify, pinapa-update yung data nila, do not click immediately. Verify from the bank if that is a legitimate transaction.
Pero meron na po tayong nakitang mga ganitong cases, ma'am, na medyo may pwede natin masolbahan as soon as possible before ito lalala.
May nagre-report sa amin, if at the level of the DICT, kaya naming we address. Otherwise, we also escalate that to our National Cybercrime Emergency Team kung kaya rin at their level. Pero kung hindi pa rin kaya at their level, we further escalate that to our CICC, yung Cybercrime Investigation Coordinating Council. Ako for one, I do receive a lot of text messages. Minsan nga, nakikilalaro na lang ako. Sabi ko, sige, donate ko na lang sa'yo. Kasi I know it's a scam. So hindi ko na pinapatulan.
Okay, similarly to that first question, ma'am, first problem, this time documents. Okay, meron tayong mga na-receive na report, hindi lang dito sa Zamboanga City, ang mga public documents, kaya pong kunin ng mga unidentified mga hackers para naman po, paano natin mabigyan ng solusyon itong na mga mawawalang data, lalo na po sa mga importanteng agency. At lalo na po sa ating local government unit, yung mga confidential documents.
Hello. Sa ngayon, sir, ang ginagawa ni DICT, no, nandyan po naka-in place yung ating NSERT, tapos meron din po tayong ito po yung ginagawa ni DICT, no. Meron po tayong Project Sonar that will scan, no, yung mga systems and networks and applications of government agencies. Chine-check po kung mayroong mga vulnerabilities, no. Tapos pag may mga vulnerabilities ay ini-inform po natin yung agency na may vulnerabilities po dyan sa systems ninyo. Dapat po ay mag-implement kayo ng ganito. We provide steps kung paano nila gagawin to avoid yung mga ganun, no. So talagang yung sir, yung cyber landscape natin talagang nagbago na, no. Mas marami na ngayong gumagawa ng mga hacking. So tayo naman, we increase or strengthen our cybersecurity posture. Tinutulungan natin yung mga ahensya para ma-strengthen yung cybersecurity posture nila. So yun po yung ginagawa natin. So hindi natin tawag nito, we cannot deny na may mga talagang nakakalusot, no? But again, what we can do dito sa part ng DICT is strengthen our cybersecurity posture, help government agencies to also strengthen their cybersecurity posture. Yun na nabanggit ko kanina, meron po tayong Project Sonar, and nandyan po din yung ating National Computer Emergency Response Team, yung NSERT.
So, how is it, sir, malalaman natin na talagang safe ang ating mga data? Lalo na po itong coming election dahil probably mayroon mga issues na re-receive ho natin na magkakaroon po daw ng leakage within the COMELEC and the non-government organization para masilip ang mga resulta ng COMELEC.
Medyo, I think si COMELEC can sa part namin, sir, no. That's why before the election pa, no, nagpe-prepare na kami. Nabanggit kanina ni Director yung PNPKI. Aside from digital signatures, encrypted po yung mga data. So halimbawa pag nag-transmit ka from here, hindi po yan mababasa ng mga anybody. Okay, mababasa lang po yan pagdating na doon sa intended destination. So encrypted po yung data. May mga encryptions pong ginagamit yung PNPKI. So aside from digital signatures, yung digital signatures po talagang mabe-verify, no, ng destination kung ito ba ay totoo o hindi. Meron po siyang signature. Digital, hindi po siya yung scan signature, but ito po ay digital signatures. Ina-authenticate po yan. So hindi po, halimbawa kung ikaw ang nagpadala, hindi mo masasabi hindi sa'yo yan kasi nandun yung digital signatures mo.
Hopefully hindi po mangyayari sa future, lalo na po next year. And for my last part, sir, what is itong i-report ng Department of Trade and Industry and DICT regarding ho sa papasok na ho yung Pasko? Itong mga DTI yung i-report, ano po tong activity ng DICT and DTI?
We're not privy to is it a joint undertaking of DTI and DICT na merong from what I know, meron kaming i-report doon sa eGov super app namin na where every citizen who has downloaded that app doon sa mobile phone nila would have a platform or mechanism to report any complaints for that matter or even report mga incidents.
And that's applicable, ma'am, para sa ating forthcoming Christmas, lalo na po?
Pwede po.
Okay.
Yeah, anything, incidents, complaints, kung ano yung nakikita nila, even inquiry, like kung mayroong baha, pwede bang saan po may baha, saan po kami pwedeng dumaan, mga ganong tipo. So there's a particular platform and mechanism incorporated in the eGov, DICT developed eGov Super App.
Okay, that will be all. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you po, Sir
Thank you.
Marco. Next po, we have Sir Dan Toribio of Zamboanga today.
Good morning, sir, ma'ams. A while ago, I heard you talking about your collaboration with the different telcos in fighting against cyber scam, no? But how about with the cyber crimes of PNP? Because I believe under the law, it's the PNP cybercrime is the only agency tasked to run after cybercrime violations. Do you have any collaboration with the said agency? Thank you.
Yes po, sir, no. Meron tayong collaboration with the kung sa region po 'yan, tinatawag natin RACU. Yung ACG, Anti-Cybercrime Group. Tapos yun po yung anti-cybercrime ni PNP. Tapos in coordination po yan with the CICC. Sa CICC po, pwede po tayo mag-report ng ating mga cybercrime kung halimbawa napatunayan na indeed may cybercrime na nangyari. Ito po ay iniimbestigahan together with the PNP, which is yung ACG, yung anti-cybercrime group ni PNP.
And lastly, sir, what are our programs for 2025 of the DICT? Do we have any? 2025?
For cybersecurity, sir?
No,
lahat.
as a whole.
Nandiyan naman yung mga regular programs natin. For one, yung as mandated by law, yung free Wi-Fi in public places. And to support or complement and supplement the last mile provision of free Wi-Fi in public places, we have the National Broadband Program, which sets up the backbone, no, para yung bandwidth talagang ma-escalate to our intended public. And of course, what is connectivity kung wala namang access to content? Kaya we also have established the program, the Tech for Ed, which is technology empowerment for education, employment, entrepreneurship for economic development, which are community e-centers or the digital transformation centers, which will be equipped with computers, with access to connectivity and relevant content. So you have connectivity, you now have content. Not all people will have the gadgets or the equipment to access the free Wi-Fi. So they can go to the Tech for Ed centers that are equipped with the gadgets. So that way, they have access already to all the privileges that the technology can offer. And these Tech for Ed centers are manned by center managers who are there also to assist them. And of course, we also have to future-proof our workforce, both from the government and the private sector. Kaya meron kaming mga digital literacy program. Nandiyan na yung mga training for emerging technologies, training that will enable them to become online Filipino workers or digital workers, and all the basic training on cyber security, awareness training, even for mothers and children on digital parenting and online child protection. At for e-governance naman, nandiyan po yung nasabi ko kanina is one of the components, the deployment of the eGov app. No? If you had been traveling around, one of the important features of eGov app is yung e-travel. Pero yung sa kasagsagan ng pandemic, nandiyan yung vaccination back-cert natin, nakukuha dyan. Even up to this time, if you are being asked about vaccination certificate, you can just immediately access that through your eGov app in the mobile phone. And then we also have the electronic business permits and licensing system, which we are deploying to all the local government units. And this is in conjunction or in compliance with the ease of doing business to help our local government units streamline the business process and permitting of the different business establishments. And of course, during disasters, we have our government emergency communication system. We have the mobile operations vehicle for emergency, which we deploy pre, during, and post-disaster. In our capacity as the chair for the electronic telecommunication, emergency telecommunication cluster, where we hope to be able to provide the means of communication to all the people who had been wanting to relay their situation or to know what is the status of their relatives or themselves for a cry for help. No? So meron pong mechanisms for DRRM. Did I miss something else? Basically, these are the major programs and projects of the DICT, but in some instances, we also develop region-specific programs which is unique to the region.
Well said, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you po, Sir Dan. Next po, we have Berlin Sulay of Radio Pilipinas.
So, good morning po. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, sir. So, way back 2021, the DICT, in collaboration with the Department of Education, rolled up with the Public Education Network to fast-track the digital connectivity in all public schools and DepEd offices nationwide. So, ongoing pa rin po ba ang partnership na ito? And are there any programs and projects launched by the DICT together with the DepEd 9 po?
Yes po, ongoing pa rin po yan. No? Sa katunayan po, May mga schools na na-provide na po natin ng internet. There are also partnership in terms of establishing Tech for Ed centers dun sa mga schools nila. So may mga data po tayo niyan. Tapos, and other programs like for example, yung sa mga senior highs po natin, yung tawag nito, yung mga startup programs po natin. So in partnership with tsaka yung yung OJTs ng ating mga senior highs in partnership with the DICT. So marami pong programa na we are in partnership with DepEd.
Thank you po.
Thank you. Next po, we have Aizel Santos, still from Radyo Pilipinas.
Good morning po. My question is, kumusta po yung programs ng DICT in strengthening the cybersecurity of our government offices here in the region, including the Basulta region, to avoid data breaches sa ating government websites po?
We have been engaging with the schools, government agencies on cyber hygiene to impress upon them the need for data privacy and protection. So it's not just about cybersecurity, but also on maintaining the integrity of the data that they collect and provide to the public, but at the same time, how to protect it. And one of the mechanisms to protect this in terms of data transmission, yun na nga yung digital signature. This is no ordinary data signature as mentioned earlier by Engineer Jacob. Hindi ito yung nag-sign ka, in-scan mo, copy-paste. Ito talagang you have to register. You are registered as an authorized digital signature. That is your own identity in the cyber world, so to speak. Authenticated, encrypted, password protected. So PNPKI, that is for cybersecurity. Ito yung mechanism namin on the technical side. On the advocacy side, there's a lot of engagement, trainings, and seminars that we do to the different sectors in the society. From parents, to small children, to teachers, the government employees, and the public in general.
Okay po. Thank you po.
Thank you. Lastly na lang, we have Dang Bernardo of RMN.
Good morning po. My question is about I don't know if the DICT aware, may mga tao po nag-o-offer ng service to make the national ID since matagal daw po ang process ng PSA. So ang tanong ko po, is this safe po ba? And since may nakalagay na barcode sa likod ng ID, so is safe? If safe po ba na magpagawa ng national ID po sa mga taong nag-offer ng service?
I don't know kung may mga ganun. But I think yung authorized na mag-provide or is the PSA. Yung PSA lang po. Yung PSA lang po. And yung ID po natin, meron pong dinevelop si DICT na e-verify. Soon po yung ating mga government offices, pag magbe-verify sila, titingnan po yung ID mo, i-verify po nila doon, ma-verify kung talagang sa'yo yung ID na yon. Kasi during registration, kinunan po tayo ng picture. Tapos, pag during verification, may camera po na itututok sa'yo, i-verify kung ikaw yon. So the system itself can verify kung indeed totoo yung ID na yon, at saka kung ikaw talaga yung nasa ID na yon. It can be verified po through that app. So we're not, hindi ko alam kung merong ganun na pwedeng magpagawa, but authorized lang talaga is the PSA.
Thank you so much po.
Thank you po. And for the information of everyone lang din on our national ID, ay ma-access na nila to through our eGov app. So, na makikita nila. So, kung wala pa tayong mga physical IDs, they can download the eGov app and then they can see po yung kanilang digital ID po ng national ID. So, thank you very much po muli sa lahat po ng ating mga media partners sa inyong mga questions. I'm sure marami po tayong nakuhang mahalagang impormasyon po mula sa ating mga resource persons from DICT. With that, may we ask a few message na lang po or baka meron po tayong mga pwedeng ma-share, maibahagi na programa po mula sa DICT, upcoming programs po natin na gaganapin dito sa Region 9. With that po, may we ask a few message then from Engineer Jacob Mohammed.
Once again, thank you very much for inviting us here. We in the DICT will continue to provide programs and services that will benefit the Filipino people. Maraming salamat po sa ating lahat.
Ayun. Thank you very much po once again, Sir Jacob po Mohammed, the Technical Operations Division Chief po. And of course, lastly, we have the Regional Director po. We have Director Cheryl Ortega.
Thank you very much. I also would like to take this opportunity to make it public that tomorrow we're having the Tech for Ed Awards. No, it is one of our key programs where we would like to incentivize the different center managers who had committed to bring the different services of the DICT through their Tech for Ed centers. And on the following day, we will also have the ABPLS Summit. So for all our target participants, we also would, if the media would be around to cover that event, you are most welcome. And we at the DICT remain steadfast in our commitment to utilize ICT to bridge the digital divide. Para po sa kasuluk-sulukan, yung sinasabi nating GIDA or Geographically Isolated Disadvantaged Areas, yung DICT po ay madaba. Yung serbisyo ng ating bayan, ng ating pamahalaan ay maiparating sa kanila. And together, it is our hope that we can make Bayang Digital a reality for all. It is a nation where Filipinos are connected and powered as Pilipinong Konektado. Governance and public service are digitally transformed and made more efficient in gobyernong epektibo, and where every sector of the society is committed to an ICT-enabled future for all towards a hinaharap na progresibo. Kasi po, ang Bayang Digital is ang Bagong Pilipinas. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much po, Director Cheryl Ortega. Once again, maraming salamat po sa buong team ng Department of Information and Communications Technology in Region 9 and Zamboanga area. Maraming salamat po for making this episode possible po. And of course, sa ngalan pong muli ng PCO Secretary Cesar Chavez, PIA Director General Catherine Chloe De Castro, and PIA Regional Director Ms. Noemi Edaga, and of course, sa buong team din ng PIA Western Mindanao, ito si Myra Espinosa at magkita-kita tayo sa mga susunod pang episodes ng Kapihan sa Bagong Pilipinas. Muchísimas gracias.